Hi, it's Jack. I'm a star. Okay, so I'm trying to piss right now, and I can't because my urethra. Hey, any word on whether I can piss?
Yeah, piss.
Right. Well, I meant to repair the damage. Did you look into that?
Which damage?
Well, there's this chemical compound that's given to people who are suspected of being rapers, and it makes it so that when people take certain compounds that usually make them aroused,
We'll look into it.
I don't get aroused. I get tightened down.
We're going to check it out.
Well, thank you. I'd like to get permission. Yeah, so I'd like my. There's two ways to unlock my dick. The right way, and never. Right. And when somebody makes your bladder stop working the way it used to, and then you ignore that fact and keep going, that's what drug addicts do. That's what junkies do. They don't think it makes something. Okay, but some people, they don't have problems pissing. They don't have problems getting erection, and every time they take any kind of intoxicant, their penis works. Some people don't get whiskey dick. Some people get Shirley Temple dick, right? And what determines what kind of dick a person gets has a lot to do with how well they know baseline organic chemistry, their relationship to the President of the United States, and as well the necessity for them to get an erection at all. Because it's not the end of the world that it takes me a long time to pee, but my penis doesn't work. Right. It does work, but it takes longer to do certain things. And then the longer part, I like that since I actually like foreplay. I actually like looking into somebody's eyes, and I like telling the truth. A lot of times people don't want that. They want to piss in a hurry. They want to get erect in a hurry. They want to have an orgasm in a hurry. And then they want to hurry up and do all that again. Because they only got 5 hours. They want to come 16 times, and they're on a schedule. Some people are like that. I'm not like that. I'm on the schedule, which is, I'm still pissing, man. I'm still pissing. Yeah. So I'm on the schedule where, in order to stand still and talk about my piss, 2 minutes and 28 seconds, it takes a while to unlock my dick. Once again, this is advantageous for some applications. And when hurrying up and get ready to leave, well, it's kind of annoying. Hey, Dick. Oh, sorry, I doxed you. So I was talking to my little, my 5 minutes with Jackstar debrief about my dick being locked. I'll edit out your name. I'll be right there. I'm about half empty. Yeah, so this has not been a problem because I know why it happens. And it also means that nobody has to worry about me suddenly raping anybody. No, it's not how it works. I mean, for one thing, I wouldn't want to anyway. And for another, yeah, you're welcome. Hear that? That's another kid applauding. You're welcome, thank you. Yeah, so although I don't usually piss on YouTube, I just did, and I did so in order to demonstrate a little known fact. My dick needs a hug too, okay? It's an all-night thing. Bye. Hi, is that better? Okay. This is Jack. I'm a star. Gosh, my voice sounds pretty good today. No, it doesn't. It's all... Is that okay? Alright, so... I'm gonna roll with it. No, there's some problems. Number one is I've got this pain in my toe. My the second digit on my left foot is in fucking agony. I've got an abrasion on the top of the toe, and this is the same place where I've had abrasions before because of the Jews. I'll just say Jews. Yeah, it's because of the Jews. My toes hurt because of the Jews. I was on Twitter. I was looking at Twitter, and there was this woman who said something. I won't read the whole fucking tweet because Jews. She says, "I'm most likely going to be alone after my dad dies. It's frightening. There's a lot of property, and she has 2 daughters." Who don't care about anybody, and she's hoping that she can still give or still get some advice from y'all. Oh my god, the y'all just kills me. I guess what's some weed. Oh my god. When somebody writes, there's a lot of property, it's really frightening. I'm a Jew. You're not talking about the regular kind of shiksa whore. No, this woman is top class. And I of course responded. I had to respond. That's what I mean. Obviously, I'm talking about things. It's really distracting though, because my toe is fucking killing me. I put a Band-Aid on it. You know, when Michael Kuzi gets up and looks through the fucking debris in his bedroom, although really this is Dean Langdon's bedroom. I'm looking around for a Band-Aid, and I put the Band-Aid on. It's a little cartoony Band-Aid. It doesn't matter. It's fucking agony. My toe is fucking killing me. Oh God, it doesn't feel like I'm going to get fentanyl, but at this point I'm hoping that somebody puts some fentanyl in my weed, because it's fucking murder. Speaking of which, I responded and I typed, I'm sorry, I just woke up a few minutes ago and I'm not at my best, but jeez. I can't. The part that's sticking. I'm gonna get to the punchline in a second, but I got it. The pain in my toe and the punchline coming up. It's totally worth it. Sort of. You can probably guess what it is. But what's getting me right now is that there's a lot of property. It's really frightening. I've got 2 daughters who don't care about anyone. Okay, so clearly not a Jew, since there's a lot of property and it's really frightening. Well, how frightening could it be if there's a lot of property and she's got 2? Oh God, it's like the grifters. Wait, Amanda, what's her name? Oh God, I can't remember her name. It's been so long. Oh, it's terrible how Hollywood just chews their women, gets rid of them so quickly. I'm still agonizing over a woman I knew from, how many years ago? Hang on. I almost calling out her name. She's sleeping in the fucking bedroom next door. Yeah, she came back as a man. Never mind. A lot of women come back as men. They think that whole penis thing is going to be real easy to figure out. Okay, so it's really frightening because she's in Texas, y'all. There's a lot of property, and it's really frightening. And she's got 2 daughters who don't care about anyone, and she hopes that she can keep getting some advice from y'all. I think she does y'all twice. I can't look right now. I'm fucking dying here. I can't. My toe feels like it's got a little miniature sun burning into the top of it. My vapor is out of fluid. Oh yeah, I'm just sucking on the vapor and getting charity puffs. And, oh God, I just hurt the toe on my other foot, and that doesn't hurt as much because I scraped it on the shovel blade that's at the back of my left heel, since I haven't been able to use a cheese grater to get the armored flesh off the back of my hide. I decided I'd start growing my own hooves to impress Sweetie. The shoes, the hooves, the horror, the hooves. I've got this pain in my left foot. Now, this is how I know. Okay, this is a pro tip for everybody. This is how I know I'm not on the fentanyl. Okay, I'm sure it comes in the air once in a while. I'm sure they give it to me once in a while. I mean, fuck, they've tried everything. Oh, but we promise we're not going to sell. I mean, they know they can't sell me coca, but they don't know that at all. What they do is they try to experiment. There's so much crystal, that they don't know what to do with it. They're giving it away to cops. It doesn't matter. But coca, good coca, they will find anyone and work for them, and let them be called nigga. They will say nigga all day, and they will work for somebody with a tinge of yellow in their skin. They don't care to get good coca, to get any coca. Coca? Are you kidding me? I haven't seen coca in like 20 years. They say because they're in denial. I don't want to make fun of it. Anybody listening who's crying and sad, I'm sorry. I know if you are addicted to anything and you haven't yet listened to me tell you how to break that yet, that's because I keep it a secret so I don't have to go buy coca and then take it to Texas and then drive to Texas with two boys who don't care about anyone, and yet they've got coca. and oh god, this is the best. Oh god, it's the best. I'm processing the pain from the toe into laughter. It is the best medicine, and I'm doing this in a cycle because clearly there's been some fentanyl in my life. People are using it all the time, and then they're doing incredibly stupid shit like coming back to earth as a man after telling me to eat her ass and then expects me to shit on her face. That's probably not exactly what's happening, but then they shit all over my face. The sibling rivalry is not any prettier when it's between two whack jobs and a can of hairspray. It's not anything better. So this tweet, I have to finish this. And it's not that I'm not dragging this out. Oh fuck, I'm kind of procrastinating what I'm going to talk about next because I gotta run down this list of. Ew, gross. Oh, is this fucking like why? Okay, so should I just read the tweet? I'm just gonna read the tweet. I can't fucking get over this. The pain in my toe is it doesn't hurt, but I can feel it, and that's largely because I have numbed my heart to such an extent that it doesn't take much energy for me to generate oxytocin for myself. It just burns out my liver, and it's really frightening. There's a lot of property here to take care of. I don't have sons. I've got 2 daughters who have families. I hope you all, with time without a family or something, I hope you will allow me to ask for advice every now and then. Okay, I'm going to assume that she has asked for my advice. Always remember that you wouldn't be. Oh, I forgot. Okay, shit. I can't. Oh fuck! I messed it up. Oh, this is the best. Oh. Fuck. This fucking tweet is it's like the heart of the TARDIS. It just keeps getting better every time I look at it. At this beginning, okay, she ends with, I don't have sons, I've got 2 daughters who have families, and she starts with, I'm going to share something kind of personal with y'all. And then at the end, she's got, I hope y'all. It's the double y'all. You got to watch for the double y'all. The double y'all means that they're too trying too hard. I hope you all will allow me to ask your advice every now and then. Ask your advice. Not ask you for advice. No. Ask your advice. Ask your advice. Ask your advice. This is how Jews think. I hope y'all will allow me to ask your advice. They don't ask you for advice. What would be the point in that? Because that would imply that they're asking another Jew. They don't ask for anything from another Jew. They just take from another Jew, like they take from everybody. They don't ask unless it's the goyim, and then they ask for advice from goyim in order to, I don't know what the fuck they do that for. I've never, the only time I've ever had a Jew, hi Jews, the only time I've ever had a Jew ask me for advice is when he was trying to find out where to get good coca. For real. Or how you can set somebody up for good coca. Or what to masturbate with, like I said. So the best. Actually, that was pretty good. But I'm going to share something personal with y'all. Something personal. It's only kind of personal. After my dad is gone, I'll most likely be alone the rest of my life. And obviously, she wouldn't have to be alone at all if she and her 2 daughters who have families hadn't killed the Christ. Thanks, Jews. Thanks. Mazel tov. Shazbat. Horny. Click.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Paladin!
Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move out, don't mess around. Move out, you bring me down. Move out, I forget about, don't make the sound and move out.
Now let's just power. For real.
Really? Wonder why I can't fucking find a house. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, fuck that. Oh, bullshit.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me in spirit. Just wanted to say a big shout out to everybody. I love you, I love you, and you are freaking awesome. So let's go ahead today how I can help you.
Readers come and go on a feed. The reason why they do is because
the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be looking at you right now, wanting to come in. Oh wow, they're reminiscing about you, something fierce.
What this person is doing
Cups.
is
So
doing a
energy.
read on,
Okay, so someone who is spending time with you, someone who's
in
the
this
playfulness
case,
that you had together, the funness, the excitement. Let's see. Someone
she's
really
reading
thinking
about
you and your
somebody
energy.
who
How it
wants
was
to be with
when
you.
you guys were together, the things that you did.
Unfortunately, she's not reading her
Ace of
fucking
Cups, this
address.
person wants to come in and have a new beginning with you. Wow, to the Ten of
Oh,
Cups.
she wants to. Okay. How does this little
This
want?
person is really in love with you.
Really?
They're wanting a big.
Okay, so notice there.
They want to.
This person is really in love with you. Notice that pause. The pause is because this person is not telling the truth. Hey, Dougie. Hopefully my neighbor doesn't come out and hit me again. I don't think he will. I've made peace with him. He's really cool. He really is. And I can tell he felt genuine regret for rubbing me off the road. And I don't blame him because he didn't have to. But I can tell he was pissed. He has reason to be. The shit that's going on here on this road, it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Of course, it was ridiculous before I left for 11 days and then came back to find a dude, a woman, and 2 dogs in my bed. At 6 a.m. I opened the door with the key. They jump out of bed as if I'm invading them, which was cute. They held it together for about 5 or 10 seconds and then it collapsed. Like, it's just not possible to carry on that level of ridiculousness. It was a pretty cool effort. So I'm not really upset that happened, but what doesn't happen when what does happens is anybody coming to me and saying, hey dude, let's get you out of here. Here's your money back. Thanks for helping us clean out our fucking, what do they fucking call it? What do they call it? It's not a crack house. It's a compound. It's I don't know what the fuck it is. Masonic funhouse. Anyway, they don't really want me to leave. No, they want to consume me, because it's a place where people buy drugs, people sell drugs, people make drugs, people compound drugs, people have sex, people traffic people, people brainwash people, people steal people, people abduct people, people brand people. It's that kind of place. It's like everything goes. It's like One-Eye Jack's in Twin Peaks. That's my house. That's my residence. And it was not explained to me that that's what the deal was. Whether or not that rises to the level of attorney misconduct or real estate fraud, that's not for me to say. I don't know. It might not be. And then I don't know exactly how these situations usually go, except to say that not the first time that somebody's found themselves trapped in a fucking Masonic funhouse, only to find that hard to check in, even hard to check out. I don't really have to sit here at all. I say this to them. They don't hear me. They don't understand what I'm doing or what I'm going through. They're oftentimes they're jesters, or they're representatives of the jesters, or they're pranksters. Oh God, the fucking holy shit! I just walked past. I just walked past two holes. The relationship between jesters and pranksters is it's not that complex. One of them is a jester. The other one plays pranks on jesters, and then jesters don't care because they're jesters. They're kind of subconscious or unconscious, or at least they're getting paid. They're getting some kind of reward. So when they get pranked or punked, they don't give a shit. They're jesters. When I get pranked, it's a somewhat different story. Okay? Somewhat less pleasant for me, since I'm a human being with a soul and no fucking boots or shoes because some fucking cunt fucking stole them. I don't like my shit getting stolen. I especially don't like my shit getting stolen and then people acting like, oh, it's the company you keep. No, motherfuckers. The whole fucking thing is theft. I fucking get swindled into fucking come down to this place. Don't get me wrong, I love the place. But had I known the circumstances, I probably wouldn't have done things the same way, which is what people who wanted to steal everything I fucking owned, including, I guess, my relationship, yeah, they didn't want me to figure out that that's what they're doing. They pretty much wanted me to get fucking taken by people who like to take women and children and whatever the fuck else crawls out of her coochie. So for 4 years, I've been alone. Aside from the occasional brief visit, and I don't get my sweetie to come visit. Oh no. At best, they send dudes dressed like women. Indeed, at best. Now I don't know about you, but I don't really want a substitute. She's not dead. She's somewhere. She's been trafficked. She's living in some fucking place, unable to talk to anybody, including me, since there's a shield of AI between her and me and everyone else. Even if I do find myself eyeball to eyeball with some fucking internet chat account. I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to some internet chat account. And everything that I say is stripped out procedurally by artificial intelligence that wants to make sure I don't fucking find her. Fuck, she lives right fucking next door. All these fuckers know her. They know exactly where she is. Do you think they tell me? Fuck no. Click. Hey. So I was talking on the ohm system and then the batteries died, which is kind of a bittersweet moment since it reminds me that my 4 licensed Lucasfilm limited lightsaber toys were confiscated by somebody who thought he was all that. Haven't reported them stolen because we're not there yet. But I don't have my batteries, I don't have my lightsabers, and I don't have a clear understanding about why people are that dim. I don't know if it's a secret code that gentlemen Satanists are supposed to share, but when I come home and there's people trying to run game on me and assert their will against me without explaining what the fuck they're doing, I get kind of rankled. On the one hand, I'm kind of flattered. On the other hand, I don't interfere in their life much on purpose. I don't carry a grudge at all, and I imagine a Satanist who's been hounding me for 30 years with a couple other dope-spurging morons. I imagine they're pretty disappointed that they chose the wrong side to be on when it came to tangling with little Michael Kuzi, the paladin who shares my opinion with you and the rest of you. And I'm sure you don't like that. Yeah. See, you're sharing your opinion already. Yeah, and I know you don't like it. That's not why I share it, but it also doesn't matter. There's lots of things I don't like, and that doesn't appear to matter to anybody. And all things considered, since I'm polite and relaxed about the whole unbelievable bullshit thing, I think people should probably take a step back and realize that I'm doing my best to be as polite as possible without being at all improving at it, since it's been several years. I don't think the problem is me not being polite enough. I think the problem is people are batshit crazy insane. They don't understand certain basic facts of life. I don't like being ambushed. Fuck no. I didn't enjoy it at all. And the continued assault against my personage in various ways, some subtle, not some perhaps imaginary, but still implicit. Like, it's been 4 years. I guess they haven't figured out that it's not going to work. I think people think that I'm going to get tired of it and leave. Oh no, I'm not tired of it. I'm just tired of them. So upon that common ground, we may yet build. And as time has gone on and people have not figured out the most basic of operations, like answer my fucking questions, you fucking morons, with something other than silence. I guess if people just don't really feel too concerned about that, I don't blame them. They don't have to, given that there's no law compelling them to pay attention to me at all. There are laws ensuring that they're supposed to respect my civil rights and my right to personal privacy and personal property. But apparently that doesn't really count, because they figure that since it's military and they don't like me, and they can find a flimsy justification for barging into my residence and taking what they want and calling me a lazy nigger. I mean, yeah, they can do that, yeah. Shit, they can do it right now. Nothing stopping them other than their memory of the time gone by when they might have thought that was a good idea and found that it wasn't. Now I'm reminding them that, hey, you can park there, but it's not a good idea. You might get some bird poop there. You can park there. Yeah, you can park there too. You just might not want to, and then I'm not going to be too bent out of shape about it. But no, in spite of what people might think, I don't really enjoy being flagrantly abused and exploited by a bunch of fucking lunch money grabbing thugs. It's just not. It's not picturesque enough, and then it's certainly not effective. And then I don't know what needs to be done to inform certain people. Not only do I not like it, I think you should fucking stop. Staying out of my sight and out of earshot and telling other people what a douchebag I am while trying to plot against my survival and expecting that to work, that's not really stopping. It's trying to be subtle. It's not very subtle. Here's how I know the assaults are ongoing. There's been an ambush, and 4 years later, nobody's come to me and said, here's why there was an ambush. There's been no informative debrief. I'm just expected to just cope with it. That's just what happens. Should have known your place. It's the company you keep. Like, this kind of fucking attitude is like, no, dude, no, that's not actually how it works. In spite of the rich history of the land that I'm walking through, land of the Six Rivers, it's still the United States of America. I don't give a fuck what you fucking think. There's a certain way things are done on this continent. Clearly, there have been those who disagree. Obviously, certainly people disagree here. I don't know if they're serious or role-playing, but I know that I'm serious and that I'm not playing a role. I'm a goddamn paladin. If you want to treat me like garbage, I don't know why you would want to, other than I'm not your treasure. I don't know why the fuck people think they're going to take advantage of me. Like, I guess they appear to take advantage of me, but really just allows me to take advantage of them. Since I'm not able to take advantage of myself, I was living on top of whatever the fuck I'm living on top of, and nobody breathed a fucking word. Nor did they come by and say, hey, did you know you're heir to this huge fortune? Like, nobody said shit. They still don't say shit. I guess I'm supposed to hire somebody to tell me what's going on. I guess I'm supposed to do a divination. They can look over my shoulder. I guess I'm supposed to pray to God and ask for enlightenment. Fuck no. I don't want to know. If it's not important enough for them to tell me, I might as well not know at all. That certainly confounds expectations. Why is he just sitting there? Why isn't he spending any money? Well, because I don't have any fucking money, in spite of living on top of a pile of whatever, and there being offshore bank accounts in my name, fucking, I don't fucking know where money's been stashed for fucking decades, I'm sure. That doesn't make it my money. It means that my name is a convenient thingy, some fucking protocol thingy. I don't fully understand, but just because it's under my name doesn't mean it's my money, okay? Then I don't know what my money is right now. Also, I don't really need money. I need goddamn answers. Well, evidently it would seem that there are those who think I don't need anything at all besides forced manual labor and snide, derisive sneers and occluded access to hugs. I guess like it'd be one thing if I could just hug and nobody would let me breed and they didn't trust me to keep my dick in my pants or something, or if I really did have a disease or something. But no, it's much more. I'm just not allowed to have effective relationships with strangers. There's a limited list of people I'm allowed to congregate with at all. And those people aren't really in the mood to tell me things and listen to me tell them things while they share. No, they don't want to share information. They want to get what they want to get out of me, and they don't want me to know what it is, and they want me to fucking spill my guts about stuff that's going to help them. And they don't really care about me too much in the same way, because honestly, I'm an adult. I should be able to take care of myself. They don't have to care because that's kind of baked into the product. If I'm not a loyal American, if they got to keep a sharp eye on me, well, I'm not a goddamn citizen. And even though they don't know this yet, I don't have anywhere else to be besides a citizen in the United States. I love this country. It really is a land of great opportunity and there's not a whole lot of opportunity to figure out how to learn how to do that for most people. I'm fucking 52. I've only just now realized certain things. Fuck, this place is awesome. Before recently, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and consequently, I didn't do much about anything besides pay attention and wonder what the fuck was going to happen when I figured things out. I guess I looked like I was being lazy. Shit, no. It's a whole bunch of fucking work to carefully watch my environment and figure out what the fuck a bunch of stupid fucking assholes are doing without tipping them off to the game. Like, I'm not carrying a grudge, but it made no sense to me why people were suspicious of me in high school. Now it makes perfect sense. It also makes a great deal of sense why people are so suspicious of me, since I'm not behaving the way people expect. People were led to expect a certain kind of behavior from me. People thought they were going to see a certain kind of behavior from me. And if it would help, Tammy, I'd walk straight towards you and then kiss you on the lips with the magic potion and then tell you where Prince Charming is and then strap a parachute to your back and throw you out the window. I'm much nicer than Jamie Lannister. No, I wouldn't do that at all. Sweetie, I would go talk to you as soon as I could, make eye contact with you and find out what's going on. But I can't do that. Couple of reasons why. Number one, I don't know where you are. Number two, if I did, the closer I get to you, the more your brain's going to explode. You've been weaponized to have a meltdown when you see me. I know exactly why. There's ways to address it, but that's military business, and the military doesn't want me and you talking. Whoever's in charge of that decision, there's a chemical way of making us not fit for contact. And then rather than say, Mr. Guzzi, you gotta stay away from this chick and don't let her see you or else she's gonna have a aneurysm. They don't want to tell me that. For one thing, that sounds terrible. They could give aneurysms to women if they see their lover. Yeah, they can do that, all right. They can fix it too, or maybe they can't, but I mean, I know how it can be done, maybe. But I haven't examined her, and then that batshit loco bitch witch Beulah at the Dove House, Dovehouse, I want to make sure they're famous too. Beulah said that I had to go elsewhere for assistance, and it was highly likely I would be brainwashed by her abuser. So she's still grateful that I had to be gotten rid of. And she was all smiling because she didn't give a shit about me being brainwashed. She just wanted the man to go away because she was in love with the siren. She was going to rescue the poor, helpless lesbian MK Ultra active honeypot assassin. She was going to be rescued from the evil man, my Hungarian Medjedick. Because obviously people thought I would use my meth dick to make her in love with me. I didn't even know that was an option, but everybody thought that's what had happened. No, fuck no, I actually like her. I don't know what the fuck she actually does, but I can see how it was complicated. And it never really dawned on anybody. No, I really do love her. I still do. Especially the way she's apparently starts to have a grand mal seizure whenever I get near her. Wow, that's pretty fucking, that's a fucking effective no contact order. I wonder who doesn't want me to have a conversation with her. Well, it's probably a pretty short list. I wonder who doesn't want me to speculate about that openly. Similarly short list. And I wonder what the military does to people who don't consider those wishes. Well, they sure shit don't take you to constitutional law school and listen to your arguments. No, they just take you the fuck out. Hi, military. Hi, guys. Yeah, with respect, I hear you. On some levels. I don't mean to challenge your authority, nor do I want to harm my sweetie. And yeah, I get that you don't reason or argue or need to persuade anybody, jurisdiction or not. You want something done, you're going to fucking make it happen. That's cool. I respect that. Especially in this circumstance and many others like it. Demonstration is a very effective teacher. And like, I didn't know you had that shit. I didn't know things were like that. Seems odd that for the 4.5 years I was putting my dick in her that nobody mentioned this, but I get it. Nobody thought that there was any reason to be telling me the truth since I was going to be dead any minute, right? Seriously, 4.5 years. Nobody felt like saying anything. Well, I'm not going to criticize, but that seems like a missed opportunity for diplomacy to really shine. Especially since now anybody who could have told me things and didn't, well, it's going to be a much tougher crowd. It's going to be a little harder to get my attention and to keep me from giggling openly during the debrief. What do you mean you get to mistreat her? What do you mean she's not a citizen? What do you mean she's a prisoner? What do you mean you can harvest her for her organs because it doesn't count? What do you mean you don't want me to pull out her control? Like what? Oh, that's right. They're racist and they are afraid of the superhumans and they don't want me. They want me getting chummy with the native and making hybrid babies and then causing potential problems for the future United States. They don't know that I actually adore the United States. I know about AIM, the American Indian Movement. I know what happened. I've seen Thunderheart. Not that that's a big plus in my favor, but I understand why there's people that are concerned. I know why we have Indian reservations, because they fucking belong there. Various reasons, and then I don't think it's a great situation, but I can see how it's come to be the way it is, and I can also respect why some people are not only filled with hate, but downright fucking terrified of Native Americans. Yeah, I don't take any pride in that, but that wasn't real apparent to me at first, and then I never had a Native American partner as a relationship until recently. I kind of wanted to go out and get one right away, but I figured that would be like reverse racism. And now I can see that avoiding foreign entanglements is pretty good advice. It's Iron Man hard mode to have a Native American sweetie. So, of course, I got the best of the bunch, and then years later, I'm still struggling with the aftermath of Christmas at Ground Zero. And I'm such a batshit crazy lunatic. Oh, I think this is just fucking hands down the most fun I ever had. Since I don't really get into relationships so I can have a lot of sex. I don't really get into relationships so I can have much of anything. I more or less endure them for various reasons. And in this case, I was encouraged by my God, my Creator, and my best friend, Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who informed me that I should absolutely go for it. Since I saw all these red flags and I thought she was really pretty, and I thought that was really a baited trap, and it was. And I thought, God, I'm not doing anything else. What should I do about this? Just go for it. No background check. Just roll in and just fucking fuck it. I mean, for one thing, I wasn't doing anything else. For another, there was obviously red flags, but I figured that they were there for reasons. And then, well, I mean, she was really pretty. And then she was acting like she was in a hurry too, as if she wanted to get to a certain outcome before I found out that she was like, working against me. Of course she's working against me. That's her job. She's a Native American. I knew that much. I would have to prove myself to be worthy of her attentions. I didn't think it would be too hard to do that, considering she didn't probably have too many options at that point. And certainly us, right? Since everybody in the known universe knew she was, including everybody that I ever met in my life. And when I started dating the one half of the biggest pair of hood rats in the Pacific Northwest, yeah, I'm sure people wondered. And then nobody asked. They might have known, but they didn't. And then nobody warned me and said, "Hey, she sets up people and turns them in for fun and profit." Like, I figured there was some element of that, but to know that she was the top 5 champion 12 years running at Westminster Abbey, that didn't occur to me that she was the tippity top. Actual tippity top. Like, my night she was pretty and I knew I liked her, but I didn't know everybody liked her. And I didn't know that was the world I lived in. And then all of a sudden, bam. Oh, I'm doing this now. Oh, my life is a Remington Steelbook. Okay, cool. That was fine with me. I didn't have anything to lose. I had no kids. I had money, but it was protected by things that may or may not have been protected. I didn't really need money. I didn't have nothing to do, and I didn't know what was going on, and I had a lot of questions that I had no idea how to answer. And nobody was calling me or asking for anything other than to take advantage of me and giggle. So yeah, I didn't really have anything else to do with my time. Getting pretty long in the tooth, and there she was. Okay, well, she's somewhere, or she's dead. Either way, I don't care. I kind of like not knowing. I like that there's an ongoing thing that I can't know about. I like that I've actually heard people tell me that nobody's listening to me and nothing I say matters. People have actually tried to yell at me and break my spirit and destroy my will to live while being totally obvious about it. Like, what the, like, really? That's what people actually do. I guess they haven't heard of me. Hi, I'm Jackstar. I don't respond well to your shouted demands, dude. And before I was told that she's got a new boyfriend, you need to move on. I didn't know that would matter. Okay, she's got a new boyfriend. I guess he's afraid of catching my cooties. He doesn't want to say hi. Is he ashamed? I mean, is it? Does she know she has a new boyfriend, or is this his cover story? Like, what's the deal with the lack of coordinated response and the notion that, in addition to being in charge, they also thought the best thing to do would be to like separate us with a fire hose and then, like a newly adopted baby, like, you know, no contact. Like, really? How is that? How is that to anybody's advantage? Since I already had a plan before that, and then this wasn't the plan. Then apparently the plan got changed by someone who either was or was informing somebody to call me up and say that I wasn't in control of the situation with those. I need to move on. She's got a new boyfriend. If I don't forget about her, I'll get my balls cut off. Click. Like that. I hate to say it too many times because I hope that man doesn't feel too bad. I mean, I respect the person as much as I'm possible to. I don't really understand the context. I don't want to remind him of a bad memory, but I hope he's reminded of me every time he puts his dick in her, I guess. I don't know. It seems like he could have noticed that, letting me know that he was going to start putting his dick in her before taking one of them, and that there was more than one. Like, I guess he's not aware that there's a polite way to do such things, and then I guess he didn't want to be polite. I guess he wanted to make sure that it happened the right way. Okay, well, the right way was to not walk me to an ambush and to act like I was, you know, doing something wrong. And if he had imagined that I was going to be ambushed and then go to prison and then worry about that, I guess he didn't really understand the situation at all. I wasn't really the one law breaking. I wasn't really an unknown dude. Like, yeah, people all over have heard of me. I made pretty sure to make it pretty obvious that I was dating the pick of the litter of the smuggling empire of the state of sea. I mean, people knew something happened. I don't date often, and I really do. I still like her. I don't mind that she's whatever. That's not making me like her any more or less. But the fact that I don't have a relationship with her because I need to move on, that doesn't mean shit to me. I like having friends, and then to be told there's nothing there anymore at all because somebody thinks that they're in control and telling me to go away is going to work. That doesn't work at all the way they thought. That's simply maybe even more interested in going, wonder what happened there. And over time, I've come to realize that they just had no idea that I didn't fucking know that they had this bullshit going on. I didn't know they had so much to lose. I didn't know they were all worried. I didn't know that they thought that I had to be lied to and thugged on. No, they could just told me the truth. I would have been like, oh, okay, cool. All right, how can I help? And to some extent, that's kind of the way it was, but apparently not all of the multiple women that were taking the place, I guess they didn't all work together well. I guess they didn't have a whole lot of coordinated top-down agreement on how these women were being exploited. I guess they didn't think that I needed to know that they were being ruthlessly exploited by people who had basically kidnapped them and reprogrammed them and forced them to be placed into roles that they weren't wanting to do. Like, I could tell there was some kind of tension, but the notion that you're doing some sort of a investigation thing by turning people against each other with mind control drugs. And you're doing that because they're Native Americans and you treat them like slaves. Wow, I didn't know people actually thought that was A, legal, B, going to work, C, a good idea, D, anything I give a shit about. My father was conscripted by Stalinist oppressors who rolled into his peasant village when he was 14. They raped all the women, killed all the men, gave him a rifle and shot him with crystal meth. Okay, so I've heard of the way men take things in control. I've seen Braveheart. And then the notion that was going on the whole time and they were just like tolerating me until they figured out a way to get rid of me. Well, they could have gotten rid of me pretty easy. They could have told me what the fuck was going on. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have been involved at all. And if they would have thought that would have interrupted their plans for rolling into my little modern Pleasant Village, yeah, well, goddamn right it would have interrupted. But since those were going to be interrupted anyway, from my point of view, I don't know that they could have done anything worse. Certainly, there were better options, but I guess none of them were meant to be better for me. I guess they thought they were fully in control. They weren't. The thing about oppressing people for too long is it puts them into a state where they're able to call upon the divine for aid in greater circumstances and with more effect than they might otherwise be able to, like true desperation. I mean, I didn't really feel like I was being summoned by a person who was begging for a way out of this fucking nightmare, but now that I know what kind of nightmare it is, I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I had known explicitly what was going on. I would have made a lot more fucking fun things happen. But it just didn't occur to me that there would be, Jack, help us, we're being held captive by these thuggy DEA dudes who think they're in charge. If I had known that was actually something that happened in real life, I would have understood what I was looking at. It was the dumbest fucking thing I'd ever seen in my life. They were acting like I was going to be afraid of anything happening to me in terms of being set up and framed. I mean, I'm pretty much immune to that because, for one thing, paladin. For another, on a mission from God, and I was summoned there. And then number three, anybody trying to set me up to get rid of me would be, by definition, working against the interests of the prisoners of war that the United States military was perhaps abusing. And according to the articles of the Convention of Geneva, they're entitled to certain amounts of succor and relief. And as a paladin, I can do quite a lot of that. And none of them fucking knew that. They were all juiced up whack job spurg horde fucking hood rats who didn't know what the rights were, could barely read, and were all fucked off on drugs and controlled by dudes who wanted to rape them, turn them into drug mules, and thought they were in charge of superhumans who could do all kinds of shit. Like, what a recipe for fucking victory. And so what more could be the better and more effective response than to screech at me to shut up when I said things I didn't like. Like, I didn't understand why they would do that. I do now. I just didn't understand that was code for, I have to virtue signal that I'm opposed to what you're saying, otherwise they'll beat me later when you're gone. Like, what, really? Like, I'm still not sure this role play went wrong, or if that's actually how people think that prisoners of war should be treated, let alone superhuman Native American types. Hey guys, hi guys, island thugs, hi guys. Like no respect. I mean, excuse me, no disrespect intended. I'm thinking about making a pilgrimage to your island so I can talk to your sheriff and check out Coopville, since I fucking love the Coopers now. I understand them a lot better. I'm pretty much aligned with their interests, and then I understand why they do things. And then I don't understand why other people did them badly. Probably people because they're not real Coopers. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of political intrigue. And then with that woman in particular, she has a way of polarizing the conversation. And then the notion that people thought I had programmed her with fuck dope and then had juiced her into being my mind slave whore. I was just pretending to like her. That still makes me fucking giggle. No, I actually like her. That girl who's a pain in the ass and you hate her, yeah, that's the one I like. And then she's not that way with me, although she was as time went on and I became more and more not doing what she thought I needed to do. I wasn't aware that she needed me to do something that she couldn't ask for. I don't know how that worked, but I guess she couldn't feel safe by saying, Jack, these D guys are really chapping my ass and they're threatening to rape my family. Would you mind doing something? If I had heard this and understood, sure, happily could have thought of something. But I had no idea what the fuck any of them thought they were doing, other than not answering my questions and being all recalcitrant. And in addition, reporting into Belgab after saying they'd never heard of the place and then getting reprogrammed to their phone to become some sort of different person. And then the relationship with the person they looked like, and then the other person, and which one's Tiger Lily again? Like, I didn't know, still don't. I didn't need to know, but it certainly became much more complicated than it needed to be. And while I guess I didn't have the right to fucking find out what was going on, I did have a reason to be there since I was summoned to help, and then I was asked for help with children more than help with my dick. I understand. I remember discussing what kind of drug experience we could share together, and it turns out not very many, since I guess she was, number one, had done that already, and then number two, had something else going on. So rather than be disappointed and dismayed and peer into the situation deeper when I didn't find myself doing shitloads of drugs, I just simply enjoyed my relationship with her, because I still think she's very delightful. I can see why no one else thinks so. She's a handful. She's worth it. Her complete mystification at how to deal with the paladin on mission, I think that's so nice. She has just no idea how to work the angles on how to manipulate me. I could watch her wheels spin in her head, how she was going to figure out how to work on me. And then, it's not like I could see into her brain, but she clearly didn't know how to be open. And then sometimes she was more hostile than others, but still she had to retreat to baseline in some way, in a way I don't understand. And it just seemed like such a large expenditure of energy to keep up the facade. But I guess that's what she had been trained to do. Like those programs when you got a computer program and then it's in debug mode, it's got all this extra trace code, so the program goes slower because there's an extra CPU overhead with the program keeping track of where it does things, so it can be tracked back for track down errors. She kind of had to work slower mentally so that she could figure out, like, hey, what the fuck is this guy doing? Is he trying to set me up? No, I never was. Why would I try to set her up? She was that way when I got there, apparently, and then I didn't need to set her up. I didn't need to juice her up. I didn't need to lie to her. No, I really like her. She obviously needed help. So did I, but she needed a bit more help than she thought, since she really thought she was in control. Of what? This chick couldn't control her pets. I mean, no shame in it, but like, kind of out of her depth. And then to whatever extent there was a mole involvement, like I don't do the mole game. I've run into that phenomenon before. Jackstar might be the mole. He might be ratting us out. Watch out. Be real skeptical and be suspicious of him. Don't suck his dick, like that kind of bullshit. I'm not a mole. I don't work for God, so I can pretend to be your friend and not take notes and then write a book later. I'm really going to write a book, but I don't want to out anybody for anything, and I sure hope I don't. This is the opposite of Hunter S. Thompson. Is kind of my goal, but I'm not a mole. I am a court-mandated reporter when I see like child abuse shit, but that's not court-mandated. I don't know what to do. I've never seen that kind of thing in front of me. But that's one thing I think everybody's meant to do. But I can't just like hide behind my clergy badge and say, okay, well, I don't know about child diddling. Yeah, I don't, but if I did, I would fucking break his arms and probably, I don't know what I would do. People don't usually do that kind of thing around me, nor am I interested in that. But people have thought that working for God and being on a mission for God has been some kind of bullshit lie to cover up my drug involvement or my pedophilia involvement or my human trafficking involvement. And it's like, no, that's actually what's happening. A lot of people work for God. They just don't usually talk about it openly because it sounds insane. Because it does sound insane. That's my little spin on the whole thing. I wasn't told by God to be an obnoxious asshole. That's just who I am. And the more I'm told that I'm not, the more I actually am, since there's all kinds of stuff that needs to be done. I didn't know how important it was out here, but they definitely needed me. And then who they had before was an abject moron who probably would have been okay if he hadn't been completely corrupt, but he was completely corrupt. And one of the reasons why he was completely corrupt is because he was Satanist, and then I guess he thought he could flip back and forth from Satanist to Jesuit, and some people can do that. Others cannot. And that guy couldn't. And I guess he thought he could, and then I don't know what the fuck, but encountering these people over and over in my life was kind of a surprise, but there's really no one else to encounter. Anyway, where was I? Why am I going on about this? Oh yeah. So all this stuff is still ongoing, and then just because I haven't seen her in 4 years, doesn't matter for the purposes of the situation. For whatever reason, I'm down in Castle Rock, and then there's an ongoing complexification, which is fascinating. It's not like more important than my sweetie, but she's working. She's not my responsibility. I don't have to rescue her or save her or worry about seeing her again. That's not up to me. Somebody else decides that. I don't even know if I want to see her again. Maybe I want to see her daughter naked. I don't know. I'm not concerned about that kind of thing. What am I concerned about? Well, I'm concerned about the message people are getting from all the stuff that I wrote yesterday on asgab.co.ca. Might be considered too much by a lot of people because it's fucking considered to be too much by me. Like, what the fuck? How do I need to do this fucking splurg of deluge of verbiage? Like, why do I need to do this? Oh, because it's been years and people haven't figured out what they need to tell me. They have figured out they need to tell me to be quiet, I guess. They need to do that. I don't know if they want to or they're just reflexively do it, but they believe that they need to tell me that I need to be quiet because I think they think that that'll help. Oh no, I know I need to be quiet. I know that I need to be. And since I've noticed myself not being quiet, I don't have to wonder why that's the case. I know exactly why that's the case. It's not because I haven't been told that I need to be quiet more or enough. It's because there's an ongoing thing. And at the risk of appearing irresponsible, I feel like anybody who might want to pop by for a quick shouting in my ear, you might want to hear about how, well, there's still an ongoing thing. It's not getting worse, or it's not really a hazard. I mean, shit, we're past hazard stage, but anybody who thinks that like the coast is clear and things have blown over, or that I've learned to calm down, I don't need to calm down. I'm plenty calm. It's not blown over. Like, is she around? No. Do I know why? No. Okay, well, I'm not waiting, but there is an answer, and the lack of any kind of furnishment of any answer leads me to conclude that there's somebody who doesn't want me to know, which is fascinating. How many people don't want me to know? Is it like everybody, or is it just like 2 or 3 dudes, or is it like one pain in the ass asshole who's got some monstrous omega-13 weapon, or is it like an order from the president, or is it just like an unwritten rule of society, or did they all take a vote, or did she tell everybody to keep me away from her because she's scared, or did fucking Santa Claus come down and fucking tell them that they wouldn't get toys if they fucking gave in to my pestering demands, or like what? Like actual what? Like how did this arrangement come to be conveyed? Was it hive mind, or did like somebody come around with a bullhorn or a talking points memo and tell them how it was going to be? And if they did anything like that, how did it manage to happen to be the case that they did everything wrong in the most hilarious way? It's almost as though they instinctively chose decisions for themselves that would make me guaranteed to be a huge pain in the ass in the future. For example, I've been going on and on and on for quite a while. I was talking on the OHM system 8832, but it ran out of battery power. And if I had my Lucasfilm Limited license lightsaber toy products, I could take batteries out of that and put them in. But I don't have my lightsabers or those batteries. I could buy more batteries, but since my money's been stolen and nobody's given me any, batteries seems like a lavish expense. I bought plenty of batteries, they keep getting stolen. I keep buying things and they keep getting stolen. It's like they don't want me to have things and they want to rein me out of money. Who would do such a thing? Fucking morons too. Like, if you don't want me to have any money, I can just agree to not have any, and then I'll pretend like I don't. And if they think they're going to take away my money, fuck, I'm always going to have money. Hi, I'm Jackstar. I'm kind of a big deal. I don't have money right now because I choose to not have money. I could try real hard to get money. I like not having money. What the fuck do I need money for? It's just going to get stolen. Why would I buy more shit that's just going to get stolen? I don't need money. I need answers. And people don't need me to be broke and destitute. They need me to be sympathetic to whatever kind of batshit crazy idea, whatever notion of sanity that people have been harboring. When trying to kill me fails, the next best thing is not take away my money and then make me uncomfortable, so I voluntarily walk away from the fortified position on top of a hill worth $86 billion. I'm not likely to give that up for nothing. And if the most annoying thing that I have to experience is people acting like they don't need to tell me anything, well, yeah, they don't need to tell me anything, but they also don't need to act like it's a big fucking deal. Since until they did, I didn't think it was, and if it is, they could probably be responsible about it, because it's not like I'm going to know what the fuck they're talking about, or read their minds, or give a shit, really. I mean, they have their problems, and then if they wanted help with their problems, they would have told me about their problems, and they don't want help with their problems. They probably wanted me to not create problems for them and then make their problems worse. I didn't mean to create any problems or exacerbated them. Didn't mean to at all. Oh, did I do that? Oh, damn. Well, I didn't do it on purpose, and you might want to look to the people who fucking walked my ass down here and didn't tell me a fucking thing. Like, because now I can see that, I can see how this was awkward. Oops. Like, I'm genuinely remorseful that happened that way, because that's painful for a lot of people to endure. They feel stupid. They don't necessarily know that I didn't make them feel stupid, nor do they know that I don't look upon them poorly for feeling stupid. No, I think it's reasonable to feel stupid, and then they are stupid. They're still stupid, so why shouldn't I look at it that way? How dare he look at me like I'm stupid? I don't want people to know that I am actually stupid. I'm going to beat them up. Like, that's outmoded thinking. And then there's nothing wrong with being stupid, because it's a axis of understanding. Slow to learn and understand. I'm slow to learn and understand that there's actually dudes who literally think that I shouldn't have somebody fucking me every night. I guess I might spread a disease. I guess I might get somebody pregnant. I guess I might relax and have fun. I guess somebody else might not want me to be fucking somebody while they're running around claiming to be married to me. I guess there's a chance that the women who have been hypnotically programmed to believe they are fucking me but are actually fucking an actor. Amazing what you can do with hypnotic drugs. I guess there's a chance they might go crazy, batshit crazy, if I'm fucking somebody at the same time they're fucking somebody who they think is me. There might be like a cross stream. They might lose their fucking mind and start stabbing themselves in the forehead while in the middle of coitus. I guess that would be awkward for everybody, except me, since, well, at least then I'd know how many there were. I don't know. Well, no, I wouldn't know anything. They wouldn't tell me anything. So I guess this has all made things complicated for people who thought it would be easy to traffic and exploit superhumans. Well, they're Native Americans, so we can do what we want. America! No, that's not really how it works. Holy shit. And far be it from me to say I told you so, because I didn't, but I'm not really inclined to help dudes abuse women and act like I can't do anything about it. I can do a lot about it. I'm doing a lot about it right now. For one thing, I'm holding in belly laughter, just spewing peals of laughter about the whole fucking absurdity. It's not appropriate at this juncture. Sometimes it happens, but mostly it's gleeful laughter to know that, well, at least people know that I didn't fucking let her die. And I might not ever see her again, but maybe that's good. And why can't I break up with her? Oh, that's right, because they need to have something different than that. They got to work their angles. They got to fucking keep their game together, and their game involves ripping me off and acting like they get to. Oh, we're the military. We're going to take advantage of you. You put your dick in the middle of America. You traitor country. How dare you? How dare you? That's our property. You can't love her. Get away from her, paladin. You're a loser. Like that kind of fucking shit. Like, men are fucking vicious and cruel, stupid pigs sometimes. Especially when they're affected by siren magic and they've been embarrassed a lot by the inadvertent circumstance of deciding to run an ambush on little Michael Kuzi. Like, I can see why, but it wasn't really entirely necessary. Subsequent to that, other stuff happened that wasn't really necessary, and then it's not really necessary for them to say they're sorry, because they're not, but they might want to, I don't know, say anything, but I guess they can, because I guess it's complicated, and wow. Maybe they should just fucking, suck it up and just talk about it anyway, since that would save time. It would be impressive. I would be understanding since, I bet they thought they were in charge. They still are in charge. I'm not even working against anybody. I didn't even mean to get anybody's way. As I said, I was wound up by somebody who thought that it would be funny to arrange for this scenario. It is pretty funny. Yeah, I bet everybody thought that I was just some lunatic who believed a bunch of fairy tales. Yeah, and I'm a paladin working for God. And, is this a hotbed of Satanism? Cool. Hail Satan, no problem. Oh, look at the Seventh Day Adventists. So it's a cool church, yeah. Oh, are there a whole bunch of batshit crazy lesbian witches here? Good, those are my favorite. I love the girls. And, do you guys all try to reprogram witches with your dicks? Wow, I bet that really makes them not like you. I am dissimilar to that in the sense that I don't need to turn lesbo witches into my dick slaves. That seems like a foolish notion. Turns out that they're batshit crazy for a reason. And more dick is usually not going to help anything at all. It's funny how men don't seem to know that. But since I actually like witchcraft, in the sense that women do it and I don't, and I do have a witch's coven of my own. I mean, really, it's all the rage these days. It's like the pet rock of the 70s. Of course I have a witch's coven. I'm a sorcerer. See, I say I'm a paladin on a mission for God. That neglects to mention that, I'm a Source Titan and I'm a dual U.S. galactic citizen. And I invented psychokinetic shielding. And other stuff. It sounds ridiculous. That's what I like about it. Yeah, I bet it sounds ridiculous. You know what else sounds ridiculous? You don't control the situation with Ellen. You need to move on. She's got a new boyfriend. Okay, well, why the fuck doesn't they talk to me and say, hey, this is why we tried to run game on you. We thought we'd take your money and get rid of you and then impress her. Also, we smacked her up and turned her into a whore with our meth dicks. I can see why that wasn't out of the gate, the opening statement, but I don't see why they need to be shy about it. I mean, it's not illegal, right? Why not they just own up? Yeah, sure, you're military. Do what you want. What could go wrong? Other than her being famous and somewhat popular. Mostly in the sense of people remembering her and wanting to see what the fuck's going to happen to her. Something's clearly. And something sure's happened to her. Met her match, as they say. And then I don't want to boast about it, but I'm glad that she hasn't escaped the pursuit of justice. It's been a very mild pursuit compared to some things, but still, she's broken rules, and then she's been silly, and then that can't be allowed to continue. And I'm sure she thought that she had to do the things that she did, and that she did, and then she no longer has to do some of them anymore. Like, she no longer has to try to put me in prison. She no longer has to, but she does want to put me in prison. Oh, Sweetie's big mad. Since she's ordered to do that. It's her job. She's working for team opposition. They want her to take me out, as they say. And whether it's from a fresh application of mind dope or just the fact that she got pissed off by how I handled things, I'm not her favorite person. And on top of that, she knows I'm fairly invulnerable to just about anything, so she can really cut loose. I hope she does. I hope she really convinces her. She got a new boyfriend. I hope the new boyfriend understands that she's doing everything she can to ruin my days. Because she is. She really is. I don't know what that entails or how effective she is. I don't know if she's on swing shifts or she has to sit down and have a juice box and some cookies for low blood sugar, or she has to just swallow a whole fucking gerbil and then go back to work fucking reading the fucking Cerebrus television. I don't know what the fuck she does at all. I have no idea. But it's definitely opposed to me. She's on the other side. It's really just a kind of a game, but it's also not a game. It's her fucking training. She's in the military and she's been captured and she's been turned against my interests. Whatever those interests are, she wants me not to get them. Because that's what her new boss wants. Neutralize Kuzi. Yeah, I guess that's hard to do. They could ask me to neutralize myself. I might consider it, but using people that I used to know against me and act like that's going to impress me, well, yeah, I know that can happen. And then to actually do it rather than to say, hey, here's what's going on, it just strikes me as short-sighted, since I understand they have their war games. I understand they have things going on, but I understand that I have my life going on, and then I didn't really ask to be caught up in their fucking bullshit ranger games. I understand it's important to them, but I work for God doing important things, and the notion that they're gonna get away with their fucking druggy thing, or they're gonna whatever the fuck they're gonna do. Like it's a fucking psyop shell game. It's just a thing they do to pass time, to explain why they've been programmed by Alpha Draconis just to sell dope for Alpha Draconis perg lords when they should be defending the country from, I don't know, hostile invaders, but instead they're busy fucking and selling and thugging and mugging and acting like, oh, this is the most important thing ever. Can't let the white man get the potion, the polymorph potion formula, or whatever the fuck they do. Like, it's a cool game. It's a really cool game. It seems a little dim to be caught up in it at the end times apocalypse, but I can see how it's a very compelling game, all things considered. Especially with the apparent development of a designer drug that I've lovingly called FedCon. DEA dick controlled cope. Apparently it's something that turns feds into mind control slaves with just one dose. They get all eyes pinned and surprised look and expression, and they just become zombies. One dose. Bing! I don't know exactly how it works, but I get the impression it works on everybody except me. I'm not a fed. I'm not an idiot. I have shields. And I know what I'm doing. There's several types of drug afflictions that I'm immune to. Like craving shit I know is bad for me. I don't have that. Oh, but it tastes so good. I just gotta have a piece of cheesecake. I love cheesecake so much. Why can't I have a piece of cheesecake? Well, I can have a piece of cheesecake, but I don't have to have cheesecake, and then I don't have to give anthropological significance to the voice in my head that demands cheesecake. I have a voice in my head that demands an ounce of weed, too. I don't give a fuck. Voices in my head that demand things, that doesn't matter. I matter. My choices matter. And while I once was a much younger person, and I was a bit of a slave to these desires, I've since learned to master that, since once I figured out that cravings could be managed, I looked into why they weren't being managed, and then I did something about it. Most people don't have the wherewithal to actually do this. And most people don't know how to get the answers they're looking for, regardless of how many douchebags in white coats don't want to tell them to them. Turns out doctors don't want to give people information that lowers the likelihood you get money from them. Hey doc, how do I make it so I never get sick and I never die? Well, then you're pissing off the morticians. In reality, the doctors are not there to help you in any way. They're there to make money and provide a service in exchange for you listening to them. And then presumably you've gone to a doctor because you don't know what to do yourself, believing that the doctor is first line defense rather than just thinking, hey, what should I do, to yourself. It just seems like the self is the wiser course of action, but getting a second opinion is important, and people who can't get a second opinion, like bound chattel slave whores to the United States government who have to go see the Veterans Administration to see the VA doctors, can't go see another doctor. I guess it's a problem if regular doctors talk to military vets. I can see why. Yeah. And the way the whole fucking thing is set up is such a big bunch of fucking steaming bullshit. I didn't know before, but I sure know now. Damn, it's just a different kind of life that people imagine. I never realized it was quite as dumb as it really is. And then now that I've seen it, I can see why they don't particularly care for me, and why. So somebody probably did pray to God for somebody to save them from their torment, since it's just not my usual kind of scene. And if I didn't really love her and know that God would encourage me to do it, I would have bailed long ago. Like the fucking attitude, the attitude I got alone. Like I just didn't understand. I still don't, but at least now I understand why I don't understand. And then my personal problems are pretty small compared to those of people who can't go to a doctor that isn't working for Satan. People who can't remove their robotic compulsions that are instilled by military defense contractors who use black magic to reprogram people. Like, it's just not an experience I'm used to. When I noticed I had memory engrams that control my behavior, according to some stupid mind control thing, I ripped him out. I had that luxury, and most people don't. Certainly, they didn't. And it's not that I couldn't help them the way they wanted to be helped. I just didn't know that they needed that, and I didn't know that they couldn't say it out loud. I didn't know that was a thing. It's a thing. Like the Vietnam vets who were taken prisoner, and they put their images on TV, and they had to blink to signal to the home base that they were being tortured or whatever, because they were being held prisoner, and their captors were looking at them. And if the captors heard them say things like, "Oh my God, we're being tortured," well, then they were going to get beat. That's what actually happens. It's happening right now. That's Sweetie at work. That's her hostile work environment. It's pretty hostile, huh? Yeah. Well, she's in the military. She's a big fucking homicidal maniac badass. She can handle it. I mean, it's not what I would care for her to do, but somebody's got to do it. And well, I guess that's why it's complicated, huh? Wow. I wonder if she knew that she didn't actually have to do that. She could have just told me and then been afforded privileges that afforded certain rights and responsibilities. Well, anyway, she had options that she didn't know she had, and nobody told her, because why would they? And well, anyway, things weren't like what she expected, and now I don't know what she's got going on, but that's not my concern. What is my concern? Oh, yeah. So I said a whole bunch of things on asgab.co.za, some of which revolved around her, but not entirely. And once again, it does seem like a bit much. And then as a result of that, I don't know what's happened, but maybe people have been reactive. Tell you what, I want to take a pause. I've been going on and on and on about Sweetie and the occasions for an hour. I'd like to take a break. I'm actually pretty fucking tired about hearing about the complications. I'm never gonna get tired of Sweetie, but I bet you're all tired of it, all things considered. But apparently none of you are tired of wasting my fucking time by not telling me what I need to know. Why that is a total mystery. I guess it's mostly because y'all are pretty much used to getting your own way without having to argue about it. All right, well, we'll see how that goes. Click.
That I would go to distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, I've said too much. I haven't said enough. I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought I saw you try. Every whisper, every waking hour, I'm choosing my confessions, trying to keep an eye on you, like a hurt, lost, blind fool. Oh no, I said too much. I set it up. Consider this, it's dream. That was just a dream. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up you, and I don't know if I can do it. Oh no, said too much, haven't said enough. Thought that I heard you loudly, I thought that I heard you sing. I think I thought, 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 somebody was right. That was just a dream. Try, that was just a dream, just a dream, just a dream.
Okay. This is Dusty, or it's Dustin, or it's Stefka, or it's Jason. It's military. Hi. So, well, I'll explain. Okay, so you can hear me while I'm talking? Okay, cool. That explains everything. Hi, I don't know which one you are. I don't know if you have a dick or not. I don't know if it matters. But the messages that I'm sending to you over Telegram, for them, they're getting spread to like 8 or 9 different clients. For another, they go into the cloud instantly because I'm on cellular network. So I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm like 12 miles away from town. There's nothing here except for you guys poking your nose into my EM radiation. I don't know how extensive my personal aura is, but it's out there. And the cellular radio that I'm holding. Okay, so I got 4 bars. Thank you. I guess that means something because you can tune in. If you got somebody with the dish, you could point it at me if you can't get any fucking signal. And then most people don't have a good relationship with their military. Hi, military. Orders from up high came and said it. Okay, for one thing, they didn't come. For another, the reason why you're not using a period here is because you're not military. Because you're trying to be military and you're not. Even if you do follow it, it strips it out. And then I notice this because you're not military. You can't be officially military because you're unofficially military. Because everybody's military. And then you're saying shit like the messages stay forever. Yeah, you can't erase them from the Akashic records. You can't erase them from the time stream. You can't erase it from the other than 8 people. You can't. And then this, orders from up high. That might be a military thing that says, tell Jack not to do auto-delete. But see, that just implies that I'm stupid, because sometimes it's appropriate to use that. And then orders from military haven't usually been confirmed by anybody, because in order to do that, somebody has to call me up and identify themselves as military. I'm doing that. And then you say orders from up high. Okay, well, please describe the nature of your relationship to command authority at grid marker, wherever. What's this place called? 2 Dog Farm? It's 2 Dog Farm, right? This is 2 Dog Farm. It better be.